All right, moving on. Kabul, the heart of Afghanistan, awoke to chaos last night as multiple explosions ripped through its streets. We are talking about airstrikes on the Taliban-controlled capital, hitting what Islamabad calls terrorist hideouts. The cost? Well, at least 46 lives have been lost, homes have been reduced to rubble, and a region is on the edge. As Afghanistan's Foreign Minister Muttaqi meets External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar in Delhi today, we unpack the devastation, the motives, and what this means for South Asia. Here we can see that the Pakistani jets were reportedly spotted in Kabul skies. Several other Kabul residents reported hearing the explosions and seeing drones. Afghanis have captured in camera one such jet. The jets used by Pakistan still remain unconfirmed. These are reportedly the visuals from the airstrikes. We can see and hear too the chaos created by Pakistani Air Force late in the night. Afghan security forces were searching cars in many neighborhoods, and some had lost mobile networks too. These visuals of destruction are circulating on the internet. According to media reports, 46 people have also been killed. Taliban chief spokesperson confirmed that the attacks, saying that they have started an investigation. The images of rubble from Afghanistan have also come up. There was destruction reported by these strikes by Pakistan, where they have targeted buildings. According to the sources, at least 10 shops were destroyed and windows of nearby stores were shattered by these blasts. Let's pinpoint the precision or lack thereof in these strikes. Distance between Pakistan and Afghanistan is approximately 424 kilometers. The border between Pakistan and Afghanistan, also known as the Durand border, is 2,640 kilometers. It's still unclear from which airbase Pakistan launched the strikes, but speculation points to the Peshawar airbase, just 289 kilometers east of Kabul, barely a 20-minute flight for Pakistan's high-speed jets. The strikes hit central Kabul near Abdul Haq Square, a zone that houses several key government ministries in a city of 5 million, packed tightly with homes and markets. The fallout was devastating. Eyewitnesses reported at least 4 powerful blasts in eastern Kabul alone, flattening shops and residences near major Taliban installations. Reports have confirmed that the use of F-16 fighting Falcons armed with US-sourced precision-guided munitions like JDMs capable of hitting within meters. But Pakistan's workhorse here, well, we don't know. The indigenous JF-17 Thunder, over 150 in service, versatile for deep strikes and battle-tested in prior ops. Stats from defense trackers: these jets carry up to 3,600 kg of ordnance with a combat radius exceeding 1,200 kilometers. In a sharp message delivered from Indian soil, Taliban Foreign Minister Muttaqi warned Pakistan to stop playing games with his country, cautioning Islamabad against provoking Kabul amid escalating tensions along the border. Let's in fact hear what he said.
जो हमारे दूर दराज इलाके हैं वहाँ पे कुछ अटैक हुआ है, हम उसकी मज़म्मत करता है और हम पाकिस्तान हुकूमत का ये काम एक बड़ा गलती समझता है और इससे मसाइल हल नहीं हो सकता है। अफ़गानिस्तान का तारीख़ गवाह है कि ऐसा मसाइल ज़ोर से हल नहीं किया सकता है। तफाहुम और मुज़ाकरात का दरवाज़ा हमने खुला है, तफाहुम होना चाहिए और जो मुश्किलात जिस ममालिक के अंदर है।
Well, we've explained how they did this. Now let's try to understand why they did this. To understand why Pakistan risked this firestorm, let's rewind to the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, the TTP. Once allies in the fight against US forces, they have turned on Islamabad, launching over 500 attacks this year alone, killing hundreds. Local reports said that the aerial airstrikes near Shahid Abdul Haq Square were aimed to snuff out TTP chief Noor Wali Mahsood, who took over the command of the outfit in 2018. Last week's Quetta bombing, well, the tipping point, interestingly, Defense Minister Khwaja Asif warned of all-out war just hours before the jets flew. Pak Defense Minister Khwaja Asif warned Afghanistan and said, "Enough is enough, our patience has run out. terrorism from Afghan soil is intolerable. While Pakistan did not take Mahsood's name, he further stated that he and other senior officials had visited Kabul 3 years ago and warned terrorists operating from the city to shut down their hideouts. Excuse me. But received no firm guarantees. This isn't new. 2024 saw similar strikes in Khost, killing terrorists but straining ties. Islamabad misread the Taliban post-2021, expecting them to curb TTP as payback for past hospitality. Instead, shared ideology prevails. Well, the result? A fractured frontier, with Pakistan opting for surgical hits. Even as blasts echoed in Kabul, the timing of the attack coincided with Taliban Foreign Minister Muttaqi's maiden visit to India, a visit that seems to have rattled Pakistan as New Delhi ramps up its Afghan outreach. This is the first senior visit since the Taliban's 2021 takeover, greenlit by a UN travel ban waiver today. He met our External Affairs Minister, Jaishankar, and for hour-long talks reaffirming India as a close friend, Muttaqi pledged no Afghan soil for anti-India terror. India has eyed reopening its Kabul embassy, shut since 2021. 3 billion in aid has been resumed, focusing on humanitarian corridors. But subtext is that shared worries over Pakistan's volatility. Mr. Jaishankar stressed, and I quote, inclusive governance in Kabul, while Muttaqi sought investment in mining, hydropower. Well, a visit is a geopolitical chess move, and India is hedging against Islamabad's aggression, bolstering ties without full Taliban recognition. Group Captain UK Devnath, former Indian Air Force officer, senior defense expert, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Group Captain Devnath, why is Pakistan, which has funded the Taliban and other groups in Afghanistan in the past, bombing them now?
Oh yes, Pakistan establishment, their army and defense minister were under huge amount of pressure for last 2 days after 2 officers and 7 soldiers died in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during an attack by TTP. Now, what happens in Pakistan exactly is that Pakistan army decides future course of action and carries it out. They seldom consult their other government departments that what could be any other course of action other than bombing Taliban. Last month also Pakistan Pakistan Air Force bombed Taliban locations in distant areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in search of TTP fighters. They used their JF-17 fighters and apparently dropped some laser-guided bombs, in which more than 20 civilian casualties took place. Now also, Pakistan has bombed last night Kabul, thinking probably their intelligence was also wrong, thinking that they are targeting TTP leader Noor Wali Mahsood. Now, Pakistan is trying to copy what Israel has been doing in West Bank or in Gaza or in Bekaa Valley in Lebanon. But Pakistan is not Mossad. ISI is not Mossad. Probably their intelligence input that Noor Wali Mahsood was hiding in which building, at what time, at which floor was wrong. And in any case, now it appears that the bombs were not that accurate and they fell here and there. Missed their targets, injuring and killing large number of civilians. Probably Pakistan is very, very deeply annoyed with Taliban administration. If we remember, 15th August 2021, there were celebrations in Pakistan because Pakistan had backed Taliban and Taliban had thrown out US forces out of Afghanistan. And we saw those desperate videos in which US Air Force Strategic Airlift Command C-17s were taking off with last few US troops and US diplomats from Bagram Air Base. Pakistan ISI commander, one Major General, landed up immediately in a helicopter in Kabul, thinking that now Taliban will be under influence of Pakistan. But within 48 hours, Taliban made it clear that they will make their own government and they will not get influenced by any outside actor.
And Group Captain Devnath, what is the association with the Afghanistani Foreign Minister in India at this point in time? Do you see a correlation there?
Definitely. By carrying out this strike, Pakistan wants to tell the Afghan leadership that sky is over Afghanistan's are dominated by Pakistan Air Force. So even if Afghanistan comes closer to India, still Pakistan can influence the outcome of any skirmish on ground in Afghanistan, on Durand line, or inside Pakistan, because in spite of Taliban coming closer to India, India cannot militarily intervene in Afghanistan in aid of Taliban against Pakistan. That is the lesson Pakistan government wants to convey to Taliban.
And so, what kind of weaponry does Pakistan, needs to conduct these airstrikes against Afghanistan, and how can Afghanistan also retaliate?
Yes, definitely. Pakistan or any other air force, we all have been learning our lessons to carry out such strikes either from US Air Force or from Israeli Air Force. One very typical mission will consist of aircraft, maybe JF-17, maybe F-16, which are capable of looking at the target at night, and which are capable of delivering laser guided or GPS guided bombs very accurately on the target. Two things are important. Firstly, target must be known accurately. If intelligence provides a grid reference of the target, which basically is a little bit haywire, then definitely bombs will go to erroneous grid reference given by intelligence. Second thing is, though book claims that all these laser guided bombs have an accuracy of plus minus 10 meters, but that is very theoretical. Practically, we have seen that on ground, they do not always hit the target, designated target building within plus minus 10 meter accuracy. They do fall 20-30 meter here and there. Most important is, was the target, the concerned person whom they were trying to kill, was it there at that time in that building? Maybe he had left that building. Maybe he was not there. What can Afghanistan do? Afghanistan as a government has got very limited options. They have no air force. They have got no air defense weapons. So they are kind of helpless, if I can use that adjective, against Pakistan Air Force. But definitely TTP, which has got its shelters, training areas and sanctuaries other side of Durand, in say in Kandahar, in Herat, they can hit back, which they have been doing regularly against Pakistani army, rangers or frontier constabulary.